starting a YouTube channel isn't always easy, and it's definitely not always a bed of roses. For me, it was definitely something that was challenging. I had people make fun of me, laugh at me at the workplace. If you want to find out what people said about me in my previous jobs, then please keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing really well. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some stories about how I dealt with negative people or hate regarding my YouTube channel. So if that's something of interest to you, then please keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, and be sure to follow me on my Instagram as well. I'll leave it up here for you guys to check out. It's just Success by Sanjna. Now let's get started. All right, let's go back a couple of years. Let's go back to August 2018 when I started my YouTube channel. Now, just wanted to sort of, preface this video that the reason that I'm creating this video is to just spread awareness. I really just want to shed some light on some of the sort of downsides towards, having a YouTube channel, putting yourself out there, and what it's genuinely, really like. Now, starting a YouTube channel isn't for everyone, honestly, and that's because a lot of people fear what other people might think of them, what other people might say to them, and how they might be perceived, either in their friendships, in their workplace, in their families or friends. So that hurdle in itself is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people don't start a YouTube channel. The second reason they don't really start one is because they think they don't have anything interesting or anything useful to share. They get a sense of imposter syndrome. And thirdly, I think people just feel like it's generally not for them, which is totally fine. Or they don't have enough time to actually get started on a side hustle. Personally, for me, I wanted to just share with you some of the things and some of the stories that I had from my previous work experiences when I was working in the 9-to-5 about what some people said about, me and my YouTube channel, me starting out the channel and, posting all those videos. Now, I can definitely let you know when I started my channel, it was very daunting for me. I was very nervous. I was definitely worried about what other people would say, but I knew deep down that I really wanted to start this YouTube channel. I've always wanted to, be in front of the camera, share my story, and I genuinely just like the entire process of, filming, editing, getting ready, and putting something out there for the world to see. Like, I feel like that's something that I definitely do enjoy, and I still do till this day. So for me to put out the first video, and you guys may not have seen my first video, but it was my 25 random facts about me. That was my first video on my channel, and very nervous. I still remember how I felt that day. I still remember that video going up at 1 p.m. lunchtime on a Sunday, and I just remember me feeling a sense of anxiety, nervousness about what people would think, even before the video had actually gone live. So it definitely wasn't the best feeling out there, but I feel like it had to be done. I had to do this for myself because I genuinely enjoyed it, and I knew that I would actually enjoy it. So I pushed through and I posted my video, and to my surprise, that video actually did pretty well. I got a lot of emails, a lot of comments, feedback, and people genuinely loved it. So for me to be, worried up until the point of me posting was just unnecessary. So yeah, I just feel like you just never know what the outcome is going to be unless you actually try to do something, because you may think it's going to be the worst thing out there, but it actually ends up being the opposite. And that's what happened to me early on in my YouTube sort of, career. But moving on a couple of years, a couple of months in fact, I started getting some negative comments in the workplace about what I was doing, which we will go into in a little bit. But I genuinely feel that the reason that people have these opinions and they talk negatively towards other people, because they don't actually understand what YouTube is and how it works. So they feel just because they don't want to educate themselves and they don't want to learn about how things work, they feel they have the right to just comment on someone and comment something negative towards someone. I just feel like that is just so pathetic, because you're not taking the time to learn about what I'm doing, but I'm here doing something I love. I feel like that's more a reflection on you than it is on me. So yeah, my biggest pet peeve is when people don't actually know about YouTube and they comment something about it not being a real job, like how do you even make money? Yeah, just people like that are out there that don't really take the time to learn and educate themselves. I literally don't give them 2 cents of my time. And as harsh as it sounds, I feel like it is the truth and it is a reality. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But let's move on to some of the things that people have actually said to me. These are random bits and pieces from here and there that I have sort of heard directly being said to my face and also behind my back. You guys all know I worked at KPMG a couple of years ago, and that was a time where I actually started my YouTube channel. I had started in my first year of being a graduate, and I remember posting, I think it was one of my first couple of videos that I ended up posting. It was my what's in my handbag video, and I'll leave it up here in case you guys haven't seen it, and I'll also leave it in the description box as well. But this video released, and the video was mainly about, you know, what I carry in my work handbag, like, you know, showing things like my laptop, my diary, my food, my etc etc. And at the time, this was actually a very popular video that was going around. People on all different channels were doing this sort of tag, and it was definitely making the rounds, and I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon and share, you know, what's in my handbag as well. And it's something that I like watching, so I like creating content that I actually like watching because I feel like that resonates with my audience. So yeah, I went ahead and created that video. Now, a couple of days after that video was posted, but one of my close friends, they told me that a group of people were talking about me and my video and talking about, you know, the what's in my handbag video. And they basically said amongst themselves, and my friend was there as well, and they were talking amongst themselves, and one of the people in the group just mentioned saying that no one cares what's in Sanjana's handbag. And because my friend was there, they told me what had been said in that conversation and they relayed it back to me. I just feel like, you know, like people will obviously talk behind your back and they will say all of this negative stuff. I would have preferred if they had told me this face to face instead of behind my back. But I mean, it is what it is, and it's just interesting because that person just became a fake friend of mine, and it was like, you're saying this thing behind my back, but to my face, you're completely different. And yeah, look, I never got along with that person anyway, and I couldn't care less. But yeah, things like that were said to me about some of the videos that I was posting. And honestly, these things, I just feel like they're just so unnecessary to talk about. This is something that was said to me, you know, almost 3 years ago. And I don't want to say this, but I feel like this is just a little bit of a, I'm not here to try and, you know, get back at that person and be like, oh, you know, look at me, like how successful I am. I just feel like that's not me. But yeah, it just isn't something that I would personally say. I feel like this is more a reflection on the other person and how they are in their lives. I feel like they're not happy. They obviously have too much time to be talking about me in their lunch breaks, like, you know, they've got nothing better to do. So I'm going to take it as a compliment because yeah, look, that stuff is normal and you have to have thick skin for it. But yeah, that was one thing that was said about me. Another thing which was said, and this was said to my face when I thought that these people were my friends, but they clearly weren't, and they may have said it in a joking manner, but I mean, I feel like this is something that has also continued to be said about me even after I've left, where a few people were mentioning that they wanted to create a mock channel about me and mock my videos and just create a parody version of me and how I sort of act in my videos and the things that I talk about. And look, at the time, I didn't really think too much of it because I thought they had said it in a joking manner. But I have heard since leaving KPMG that these rumors have continued to go on where people have been, you know, continually saying negative things about me and talking behind my back and just hating on me, to be honest. And it is what it is, but I just feel like that I wanted to just share this with you because these are the realities of, you know, putting yourself out there in public. People are going to talk about you because you're essentially a public figure. You're doing something that's different, and it's something that they would never do because they would never step out of their comfort zone to do this. And they find it interesting. They've never done this for themselves. They've never seen anyone in their close friend circle do it as well. So they find it easy to attack others that are going out there and doing something for themselves and working towards something that they are super passionate about. They feel like they've got the upper hand, and I mean, look, it is what it is and you can't really control it. As I said, it's more a reflection on them than it is on me. And moving on, now this is obviously at the same workplace, which is very unfortunate. It doesn't really leave me with a positive sort of impression. And the people that work at KPMG, they were still continually talking about me as well after I had left KPMG. And what was being said about me was, when I had actually come out with the, why I quit the Big Four video, why I quit KPMG video, that video apparently circles around everywhere in the firm. Even partners had actually watched that video as well, and it came to their attention, so they obviously watched it. I think someone had sent it around and it was making the rounds, and I think it had gotten to partner level as well. And they were saying things like, we're never going to take her back. Like, if she thinks she can come back, she's definitely not allowed to. She's burnt bridges. And they didn't agree with what I had said in the video, which is totally fine. It's because that conversation was between me and my PDM, my manager, and only my manager and I know what happened in that entire situation. If other people don't want to believe it, so be it. But yeah, that video was genuinely the truth from my behalf. And if that video of me sharing my honest experience, my honest thoughts affected, senior management at KPMG, then so be it, because that is the truth. And I feel like that they're just trying to maybe, cover up their reputation or whatnot, which is fine. I mean, I'm not going to say anything negatively towards them. These are just, again, my honest opinions and what's actually happened to me, because I want to share this with you guys, that it's not always a bed of roses. It's not always, glamorous, and everything's not perfect. So yeah, that video definitely circled around and people were just like, I can't believe she just said that, and like blah blah blah, like bridges had been burnt. So it is what it is. Not only that, but a few other things were said about me after leaving as well, that my head was in the clouds. Who does she think she is? She thinks she's an influencer. Like, these sorts of things is just, I feel like it's so demeaning, it's so shallow of the person saying this to say it. I just feel like, yeah, again, it's more a reflection on them than it is on me. They, I feel, are not happy in their lives, given that they have to work 40 to even, 60 hours a week sometimes, doing things that get them stressed, give them anxiety, not having a work-life balance. And yeah, I think they're just in that negative sort of mindset, that framework, being always on edge. And if they see something and they're not, happy with it, they're quick to like strike and put someone down and not support someone. If they're happy doing what they're doing, why create rumors in the workplace? Like, I just feel like that's just major insecurities in the other person, whoever spread these rumors. And look, it doesn't really affect me because I've got thick skin now, and initially it did, because you need to build this up over time, and it's definitely taken me some time, but I definitely have thick skin now, and I don't really get affected by negative comments because I've got a really close friend circle around me to support me and really keep me, obviously grounded, and also keep me in check and let me know that what I'm doing is good and I'm actually helping people. And if someone doesn't see that as help, then it's their loss. I'm not telling you guys to watch my videos. If you don't enjoy the content, then unsubscribe. Like, by all means, just, block me, delete me, whatever it is, because I'm not here to, make you feel unhappy. If you don't feel comfortable watching my videos, then yeah, just don't watch my videos. I would rather you unsubscribe. Yeah, it was just interesting to see that, a lot of people out there, as sad as it is, a lot of people are out there are very much jealous by the things that I do. I know they may not say it to my face, but there is a lot of jealousy behind my back, and I get to hear this from my friends telling me about, what's going on, what's being said about me as well. So I'm gonna take it as a positive, as a compliment, that I am obviously interesting enough to be, in your conversation. And if I'm the talk of your conversation, then I feel like I've done great. And I feel like I've, been successful in that. So I just wanted to quickly go through some of the learnings that I took away from these sort of experiences. So as I said, you need to have a thick skin if you are entering this type of field, this type of, work, because you are putting yourself out there. There are going to be people out there that judge you, and you honestly can't make everyone happy. And that's totally fine. Not everyone has to be happy with what you do. The second learning from this is, I feel that people that, generally comment negatively towards me or anyone else, I feel like they have major insecurities in their life. They are unhappy with themselves, what they're doing, and they find it to be an easy attack on someone else that isn't doing what they're doing. I find that people that, have negative comments or type up negative comments and leave it on, public profiles or comment under my videos. I feel like they find it easy to hide behind a screen and be negative to someone, and I just feel like negativity breeds negativity. People who are sad, depressed in their lives are always going to bring people around them down as well. They're never going to want to see people around them to be happy, and that's just how it is. I mean, you guys can dispute that, but I feel like there's been a lot of scenarios in my life where I've seen people that are, you know, quite down and quite shallow, very negative, very, you know, gossipy type people. I feel like they are the ones that are never really happy for other people's success, and they are the ones that feel jealous and they feel the need to bring the other person, if they're doing well, they feel like they need to bring the other person down with them as well. Look, these negative people are not paying your bills, so F them. They don't need your 2 cents of attention, so forget about it. And as mentioned, if someone is just being, you know, negative, I would rather them, you know, just unsubscribe, block me. You don't have to look at my content. But I know they genuinely don't do that. They want to see more and they're actually interested in you. Take that as a compliment as well. Like, they'll keep commenting negative stuff, but why do they keep watching your videos? Like, that just doesn't make sense. If you don't like someone's work, why are you still watching them? Why are you taking the time out of your busy schedule and watching my videos if you don't like them? Not only that, but you're typing a message, a comment to let them know that you don't like the video. Like, I just don't understand how that makes sense. Like, you clearly have too much time on your hands, and yeah, it's again, as I said, it's more a reflection on them than it is on you, and you just gotta accept it, and people are the way that they are because of whatever reason. Now, that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do let me know if you've experienced any negativity in your careers, anything at all, and I'd love to know. But that's it, guys. That's the end of today's video. I will catch you guys in my next one. Thank you.